In the labyrinthine streets of 1920s Chicago, where the jazz notes mingled with the whispers of illegal liquor, a new kind of hero was needed. His name was Eliot Ness, and he was a man carved from conviction, unyielding in his pursuit of justice, amidst the pervasive corruption of the Prohibition era. Ness arrived in Chicago, a fresh face among the hardened federal agents. His mission: to dismantle the colossal empire of Al Capone, a name that struck fear and respect in equal measure throughout the city. Capone's grip on the city's illicit alcohol trade was absolute, his network of speakeasies and breweries seemingly impenetrable. Eliot Ness, in his late 20s, possessed an intensity that belied his calm demeanor. His sharp blue eyes missed nothing, and his mind was a whirlwind of strategies, always seeking an opening in Capone's fortified domain. He knew this wasn't just a job, it was a war for the soul of the city. His first move was to assemble a small dedicated team. Men he could trust implicitly. Men who were incorruptible. They were young, fearless, and united by a shared vision of a Chicago free from the shadow of organized crime. They would soon be known as the Untouchables. Capone, a robust man in his 40s with a slicked-back dark haircut and dark piercing eyes, ruled with an iron fist. He was a master manipulator, his influence reaching into every corner of the city, from politicians to police officers. He saw Ness as a minor irritant, another federal agent who would eventually bend or break. Ness and his team began their campaign with a series of daring raids on Capone's breweries and speakeasies. These weren't random acts. They were meticulously planned strikes, hitting Capone where it hurt most: his wallet. Each raid was a testament to their unwavering resolve. They moved swiftly, smashing stills, seizing illicit alcohol, and disrupting distribution networks. Capone's men, usually prepared for bribes or threats, were met with an unyielding force they hadn't anticipated. Capone's initial amusement quickly turned into irritation, then genuine anger. He couldn't comprehend a force that couldn't be bought or intimidated. These Untouchables were a new breed, and their persistence was a significant problem. Word of Ness's exploits spread like wildfire through Chicago. The public, weary of Capone's reign, began to see a flicker of hope. Ness became a symbol of resistance, a beacon in the pervasive darkness. Capone, always a step ahead, attempted to infiltrate Ness's team, sending his men to offer bribes, then threats, but each attempt failed, reinforcing the nickname the Untouchables. Their integrity was unshakable. Ness understood that direct confrontation with Capone's vast criminal enterprise was like chipping away at a mountain. He needed a different strategy, one that would bring down the entire structure, not just its visible parts. He turned his attention to Capone's finances, knowing that even the most powerful criminal could be brought down by tax evasion. It was an unconventional approach, but Ness was an unconventional lawman. The financial investigation was painstaking, requiring countless hours of sifting through ledgers, tracking illicit transactions, and interviewing reluctant witnesses. It was a battle fought with pens and paper. Not bullets, but just as dangerous. Capone, meanwhile, continued his lavish lifestyle, oblivious to the quiet storm brewing beneath the surface. He believed himself untouchable, his power absolute. He continued to exert his influence, ordering hits and maintaining his vast network. Eliot Ness, a man of quiet determination, remained focused. He knew that the evidence they were meticulously gathering would be the key to unlocking Capone's downfall. Every dollar traced, every hidden account uncovered, brought them closer to their goal. The pressure on Ness and his team was immense. Capone's men shadowed them, attempted to intimidate them, and even tried to orchestrate accidents. But the Untouchables stood firm, their resolve only strengthening with each challenge. One tense night, Ness received an anonymous tip about a large shipment of illegal liquor arriving at a warehouse. He and his team moved in, preparing for a major confrontation. The air was thick with anticipation and danger. As they stormed the warehouse, they were met with a hail of gunfire. A fierce shootout erupted, echoing through the night. Ness, leading from the front, demonstrated incredible bravery, rallying his men amidst the chaos. They managed to secure the warehouse, seizing a massive amount of illegal alcohol, and arresting several of Capone's key operatives. It was a significant victory, but it also served as a stark reminder of the deadly risks they faced daily. Capone, infuriated by the continued audacity of Ness, intensified his efforts to neutralize the federal agents. He put out bounties on their heads, escalating the war to a personal level. But Ness was not deterred. He used every available resource, from informants to undercover agents, to gather intelligence. He knew that knowledge was their greatest weapon against Capone's brute force. The financial investigation began to yield substantial results. The agents uncovered a complex web of shell corporations, hidden bank accounts, and fraudulent transactions, all pointing directly to Al Capone. This evidence, meticulously compiled, formed the backbone of the government's case against the crime boss. It was undeniable proof of his vast illegal earnings, and his deliberate evasion of federal taxes. Finally, the day came. Al Capone was indicted not for his violent crimes, which were hard to prove, but for tax evasion. The news sent shockwaves through Chicago and across the nation. Capone, once untouchable, now faced the full might of the federal government. Thanks to the relentless efforts of Eliot Ness and his dedicated team, he was finally cornered, not by bullets, but by ledgers. The trial was a sensation, captivating the entire country. Ness and his team provided crucial testimony, laying bare Capone's intricate financial deceptions for all to see. The truth was finally emerging. Capone's defense team tried every trick in the book, but the evidence was overwhelming. The quiet work of the Untouchables had built an unassailable case. In a stunning verdict, Al Capone was found guilty. The mighty crime lord, who had terrorized Chicago for years, was sentenced to prison. It was a monumental victory for justice. Eliot Ness, the man who dared to challenge the seemingly invincible, had succeeded. He had proven that even in the darkest corners of corruption, integrity and perseverance could prevail. The streets of Chicago breathed a collective sigh of relief. While organized crime would continue in various forms, Capone's reign of terror was over, thanks to the courage of a few good men. Ness's legacy became a testament to the power of unwavering conviction in the face of overwhelming odds. He showed that true heroism wasn't just about strength, but about an unbreakable spirit. And so, the story of Eliot Ness, the man who brought down Al Capone, became a legend, a reminder that even the most formidable adversaries can be defeated by those who refuse to be corrupted.